with live chat number 58. It's the eternal waiting for the technology to sync up. There we go. I think we're live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Brooks's Base Corner, live chat number 58, coming to you from London town here in the UK. Hope you're well. It's Tuesday evening. It's 8 o'clock. It's live chat time. Hope you're all good. Hope your bass playing's going great. Thank you for joining in. If you're new to the channel, we've had a raft of new subscribers over the past sort of 10 days to 2 weeks. You're very welcome. If you've never been here on a live chat before, come on in. We're a friendly channel here for all things bass guitars. We're talking here, not bass fishing. We do get that occasionally. And I hope you're all well out there. I hope everything's going good. Thank you to all those who joined in with the impromptu live chat last Saturday, a couple of days ago. You'll be pleased to know the gig went off without too much of a hitch. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, I did an impromptu live chat around about Saturday lunchtime, and I thought it was all going to be very nice and peaceful and sedate, and we're going to have a good time. And about 40 minutes before we went live, I got a message from the drummer who was on that day's gig to say he was going to hospital. And not a laughing matter, he had very bad tonsillitis and was advised it could lead to sepsis. So he took himself off to hospital, and we had to sort out a drummer for that night's gig with literally a couple of hours. But the guy who stood in did a fabulous job. Well done, Phil. And the gig kind of went as well as could be expected. We had a good time, the audience had a good time, and yeah, that's all that needs to be said, really. So we got through that situation, but it was definitely living on your nerves for about 40 minutes until we got someone to commit to the gig, which was Phil. So yeah, panic was over, got to the gig, sound check was fine, gig was fine, happy days. So here we are, live chat 58 here on Brooks's Bass Corner. So good to see you. If you've never been on a live chat before, let me give you a little lesson in the geography of how all this works. So basically, this is the video window. If you're on the mobile app, the live chat window is directly below. If you're on the desktop version, it's that way. How does this work? Well, it's a two-way conversation. Obviously, we're talking bass. So if you've got any questions or comments about basses, amplifiers, speakers, combos, gig bags, pedals, accessories, strings, cleaning materials, anything to do with bass guitars, put your cursor or insertion point or your arrow into the live chat window, type your comment and question, press send, and it will pop up here on my window. Once I see it there, then I can respond to it. At the bottom of the live chat window, you'll see an emoji icon. Please give that an absolute pasting, if you will. That shows the YouTube algorithm that you're enjoying the chat, getting involved. It's all good. It's all positive. So that would be very much appreciated. Next to that, you'll see a dollar symbol. That's called Super Chat. That allows you to make a financial contribution or donation to the channel. Can be a small amount, can be a big amount, whatever works for you. If you're enjoying the video, enjoying the channel, enjoying the content here, any financial contributions are very heartily accepted. So thank you very much for those who've done that previously. Had a couple of super chat payments last week on last week's live chat. We had some on Saturday during the impromptu live chat. So thank you. Now, underneath the video window, you'll see a row of icons. We've got a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Thumbs up is great. If you're enjoying the video, please hit the thumbs up. If you aren't enjoying the video or you don't particularly like the channel, then if you're going to give it a thumbs down, please leave a comment in the comment section below. I can't make the videos better if I don't know what people don't enjoy about them. So if you think this isn't for me, then leave a comment and I'll try my best to address it for future videos. That's how that works. So we've got thumbs up, thumbs down. We've then got the share arrow. So you can share this video or any of the other videos here on Brooks's Bass Corner out to email, websites and social media. Feel free to do that with any of the videos. If you see a review or a demo or a workshop video or an interview and you think, oh, my friends on that, for example, Facebook group would really enjoy that video, feel free to share any of the videos and any of the content out. That's very much appreciated. You'll then see next to the share arrow, you'll see the shop icon. That allows you, if you click on it, it will show you Brooks's Base Corner merchandise on the right hand side of the screen. So that includes t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts, hoodies, caps, mugs, like that one, phone cases, iPad cases, lunch boxes, socks, leisure wear, 160 odd items for each design that we have here on the channel. Now, let me finish the icons and then I'll tell you what's in the description box. So we've got shop, we've then got save. So if you want to save a video for future watching at a later date, you can click on that, add it to your watch later list, and you can watch the video whenever you please, of course. Then next to that, you're going to see a love heart with a dollar symbol in. That's called Super Thanks. Works exactly the same as Super Chat in the live chat window. So again, if you want to make a financial contribution or donate to the channel in order to keep the channel running, keep this going for as long as possible, feel free to use Super Thanks, or you can use Super Chat. They both do the same thing. You can use Super Thanks on any video here on Brooks's Base Corner because every video is monetized. We're a monetized channel. And then underneath those icons, you've got the description box. So in the description box, you're going to find links to Brooks's Base Corner merchandise via Spreadshirt and Spreadshop. There's a UK and Europe store and a US and worldwide store. There's literally 2 links there. So depending on where you are on the planet, that will dictate which link you're going to use. There are no deals at the moment, but I think from Thursday morning this week until Sunday at midnight, there will be 15% off all merchandise across both stores, wherever you are in the world, every product. So if you think, oh, I'd like to get some of the Brooks's Base Corner merchandise, Thursday to Sunday are your days for the promo discount. So how does that work? Well, when you click on one of the merchandise links, it'll take you through to the store, and there you will see a redeem button. And if you click on that, it will apply the discount to your basket. Then you can go ahead and shop, happy in the knowledge you're going to get 15% off. That's the way it works. Then underneath the merch links, you'll find affiliate sales links for Amazon, Thomann, Gear for Music, and Andertons. How do they work? Well, basically, if you want to help the channel in a small way, if you've got some bass related purchases pending, so new bass, new amp, new cab, combo, gig bags, strings, cleaning materials, effect pedals, anything to do with bass, click on those affiliate links. For Thomann and Amazon, you will go through to the Brooks's Base Corner storefronts that I've created for you with loads of bass products in there. So if you know you want a particular type of string or what have you, go through to those stores, find the product you want, add it to your basket, go through with the purchase, and then Brooks's Base Corner receives a very small, and I do mean small, affiliate commission, but all those small commissions end up being a bigger commission. That's how that works. So it doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect your price that you're going to pay. All it does is help the channel as an affiliate link. So basically I've pushed you towards those retailers, and they pay me back by giving me a very small affiliate commission. Underneath the affiliate links, you will find social media links. So you'll find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or you can call it X if you prefer, Be Real, Reddit, Quora, Discord, TikTok, and Threads. Now, if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, then please feel free to hit the subscribe button below. Hit the notification bell so you get notifications when I post up new videos and post on the community tab. Now, there's been some confusion with some of the regular subscribers here on the channel. They don't quite get what the notification bell is all about. So as I say, if you hit it, you will then get notified whenever I post up videos and posts on the community tab. However, there are 3 settings. The first setting is none. So if you don't select any of the 3 settings, you won't get any notifications. If you click the middle setting, that will give you highlights. So the YouTube algorithm will work out from videos you watch here on the channel which videos it wants to promote to you. If you want every notification every time I post anything up, then you hit all, which is the top option. That's how it works. So quite a few subscribers here hit the notification bell and they're never selected one of those three options, so they won't get any notifications. That's how it works. And like, again, if you're enjoying the video, enjoying the content here on the channel, then please give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. So that's the big sell. Good to see you, gang. Let's see who we've got here. Kerry Brooks, so that'll be my sister. Evening all, hope you've all had a good week. Good to see you. Steffi from Germany, hello everyone. Hi Mike, love your shirt. Brooks's Bass Corner shirt, isn't it? Bass outline from my GB Kingfisher Blue bass, which I designed. So, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about. So that's the bass on the shirt. That's the bass in real life. It's a bit hard to show it off, but anyway, that is the outline of that bass. Yeah, it is. How does that differ from a general GB roomer? I created the body shape. It's about 1 inch wider the whole way around, the whole body shape, compared to a standard roomer. There you go. That's why it's my body shape. Bear with me a moment, guys and girls. I'll put that back in the rack. There we go. Oh, you sit there. Don't fly out of the rack. That's not the idea. Yeah. Sean P. Bass, good to see you, my friend. It's been a while. Hope you're well. It has been a while. Very good. You've been busy working away. Well, good to have you back. Hope you're okay. David Crouchside. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Stacey from North Carolina. Hello, everyone. Now I have an announcement. Stacey has just set up and started to make active her YouTube channel. So if you have an interest in hair and beauty, nails, brows, any of that sort of thing, if you're in the North Carolina vicinity, check out Stacey's YouTube channel. A couple of videos up there already. Let's support our friends here on Brooks's Bass Corner. So keep going, Stace. It's looking good. Very, very impressed with what you've put up there so far. Let's see, who else have we got here? I think that's all for the moment. So there we are. So I hope everyone's doing well. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. What have I got to tell you? A couple of weeks ago, I was talking, or someone brought up the thing about the fretless bass playing series that I've talked about that will be here. It will happen. The bass is here. And I mentioned a book that I bought while we were in lockdown. And I think it was last week, actually. And I'd been looking at it the day before the live chat. Anyway, that book is this. The Fretless Bass by Chris Gizzi from Bass Player Magazine. Forward by Pino Palladino. Really good book, guys. It's seriously good. If you want to buy one of these, they're not that easy to get hold of. But at the top of this live chat, I've put in a link, an affiliate link for Amazon here in the UK. Now, if anyone is watching the live chat and you want the affiliate link for the US version of Amazon, or the worldwide version of Amazon, I'll put it in there. So it'll be a customized link for Brooks's Bass Corner. And if you then go ahead and buy a copy of that book, I'll get an affiliate commission on it. But for followers, subscribers to the channel, the link is at the very top of this live chat. It's a personalized affiliate link for this book. I can highly recommend it. Let me just see how much they're charging for it at the moment. Just bear me a moment. I think it's £8.61 and £2.82 for delivery, which is a bargain, frankly. It's a great book, really good. Obviously, I'm a little biased because I used to write for Bass Player Magazine, but this was written before my time. So this is, I think, 2011. Give me a moment, I'll tell you. Wrong page, next one. Published in 2008, so even further back. But either way, it's a great book, so check it out. If you're thinking of taking up fretless, or you just like really good bass books, I can highly recommend it. I haven't read it cover to cover yet. I've been skim reading it, but there's plenty in there that I can use for the Fretless series that I'm going to do. So that was the book I was talking about. So what's everyone been up to? What has anyone been out gigging? Where have you been gigging? Have you bought new gear? Jerry Blair, good to see you. Thank you for attending Saturday's impromptu live chat. Stacey, thank you. I appreciate the support. I really do. Yeah. If you're interested in hair and beauty, nails, brows, all of that thing, Stacey's just started up a YouTube channel. So you can click on her tag, I guess, here in the live chat, take you through to her channel. Give her a subscribe and like the videos. It would be very much appreciated. Yeah, hope you're well, Jerry. The gig on Saturday went well, you'll be pleased to know. So we got through that, and yeah, went pretty good. As good as could be expected given the circumstances, I'd say. But no, we had a good show, and I think the audience had a good time. And yeah, what seemed like a complete disaster at 1:45 was okay. So we got through it. Now, I should also, before we get too involved in the live chat, apologise. I've got a bit of a cold. It's like sort of appearing yesterday, and it's just kind of, it's in the head. So you're going to have to put up with me drinking quite a bit. And if I feel a sneeze coming on, I will go off camera. Okay. And if I'm a bit snuffly, just bear with me. I'm all right. It's probably from doing 2 gigs at the weekend in rooms with lots of people and coming out of gigs hot and sweaty, and the weather here is weird at the moment. We've never had temperatures like this at the end of September and October. Apparently this weekend we're going to have 24, 25 and 26 degrees here in London in October. I've never in my life experienced that. But it means you come out of the gigs hot and sweaty and it's still really warm, but the temperature drops really quick. So you've got to be careful, you get the old chills, and it's not that great. So I've probably got either a mixture of other people's cold and picked up a chill along the way. I made a stern stuff, don't worry, I'll be okay by tomorrow. Been on the Lemsip all day, so cheers everyone. Sean P. Bass, I need some advice on bass related bits and bobs. Fire away, Sean. You come to the right place, you know that. Jerry Blair, I now have my cling film in my gig bag. Thanks to you. My pleasure, mate. It's simple solutions. You know, why spend a load of money on a specialist case or cover for a pedal board? Cling film will do the business. It'll cost you £8 for a very big roll. I'm full of tips like that. I will be doing actually a series of shorts videos, which will be Brooks's tips, of course. I actually planned on doing it a very, very long time ago, but time is limited and there's only so much, so many hours in the day. And I've written down the list. I think we're going to do 100 tips, and that will be in there, the cling film. So yes, indeed. So come on, Sean. What advice do you need? Tell me what you're trying to achieve or what you need, and see if I can help you. That's what I'm here for. We'll just wait for Sean to let us know what advice he needs. But I hope you're all well out there. I hope if you were gigging at the weekend, it all went very well. Now we're in the run up to Christmas. So all the festivals are pretty much over now. And we're back into wedding and theatre and private party bookings and all that sort of thing. And then we have the disorganised chaos of December. And then before you know it, we'll be in January and it'll be really quiet. There we go. you know, get up to date with the messages. Never entirely convinced with the live chat window that it's updated itself, but here we are. Let's just see. Yeah, I think we're up to date. Very good. So regulars here on the channel will be probably very pleased to hear that I finally edited up the next bunch of bass string experiment videos. That's what I've been doing today while I waited for smart meter installation for our gas and electric. So I've edited those, or actually 3 up. Got a little bit of fine tuning to do tomorrow, and I can pretty much guarantee that the next installment of that series is going live tomorrow. So that'll be the video that looks at gigs 15 to 19. So as I mentioned so many times before, from this point on in this series of videos, rather than do individual videos per gig, and bearing in mind this weekend we hit gig 70 with those strings on, we're going to feature 5 shows rather than 1 in each video. Because what I found was once we got past gigs 12, 13, 14, kind of the strings leveled out and they weren't changing all that much from gig to gig. So other than putting a video up showing you a gig I'm on, I'm not actually telling you anything's changed, because nothing has. So it makes more sense to do 5 gigs in a block. So that'll be gigs 15 to 19, which relate back to last October, last year. And then it just goes through. So keep your eyes peeled here on the channel. Those videos will start appearing from tomorrow. And like I say, last Friday was gig 69 for those strings, and gig 70 is this Friday. So I'm not sure how Rotor Sound have done it. They've basically produced strings that will do over 70 gigs for £25 a set. So yeah, you don't have to have coated strings to make your strings last that long. And okay, and I've said, and I've openly admitted it, that those strings on another bass could well have got to the point where you just go, I can't play those. The tone is dreadful. But because the bass they're on has such a flexible 3-band EQ, I can still use them and they sound perfectly okay in the bands I'm using that bass in. So yeah, so keep your eyes peeled. Tomorrow that video will be going up, and it may well be a premiere, so keep an eye on the community tab, keep an eye on social media. I will post it up and I will let you know what time that premiere is going to be. I would imagine it's going to be sometime between 4 and 7 UK time, PM, and there'll be a 30-minute live chat before the video, so you can talk to me prior to that video going live, and then you can talk to me through the video as it's premiering, and then once it finishes, that's it, that's the end of that live chat. But yeah, join me for another live chat. Sean, I've bought a Fender Kingman V2 bass. Okay, you mentioned that to me before, quite a while ago, I think, earlier in the year. The action is miles away from the fretboard. I do all my own setups, but not confident with acoustic bass setup. Any advice? Well, you're going to need some nut files, because I'm assuming it's a plastic bridge, kind of like a nut. So it might be bone even. I imagine on Fender it's going to be a plastic one. So you're going to need to gently file away at that bridge, maintaining the shape as much as you can, and also keep an eye on the nut. The nut might need some attention as well. I don't know, or you haven't mentioned if there's a truss rod in there. I would imagine there is, and if there is, then check the neck relief before you start going hell for leather with the nut and the bridge. So capo on the 1st fret, fret at the 17th, this is for the E string, fret at the 17th, and then go with the feeler gauges and about frets 2, 3, 4, 5, and that will give you a rough balanced idea of what. So basically you want to put the feeler gauge in, the string is just about holding it in place, not tight. If it's tight and the strings are too low. It doesn't sound like they're low to me. And you want it round about 1364s to about 16, maybe 17 at a push. But then again, it's an acoustic bass, so you might want a slightly higher action than you would have on an electric, a standard electric. But clearly, it's too much at the moment. So ascertain what the relief is. Adjust the truss rod. That's your first port of call. Don't max it out, whatever you do. So quarter turns, half turns at the most. It might be really loose. It might not be engaged, in which case you'll notice it as soon as you do a half turn. Suddenly it will improve. But let the neck relief, truss rod, be your first port of call. Make any adjustments you can. If you're still not getting anywhere, I would imagine it's a set neck. I don't imagine it's a bolt-on neck. If it's a set neck, then obviously you can't shim the neck. If it's a bolt-on, you can. And then you're going to be looking at the nut, how the nut is cut, and how the bridge saddle on that plastic bridge, how that is. And it's just a little bit, minor changes, and eventually you'll get it there. Acoustic instruments can be a real pain. They can be really easy. So if there is a truss rod on there, and I would imagine as a Fender acoustic it probably will, do that first. Make sure you've got the tools for doing it. Don't strip the hex nut. Don't do that. You don't want to be doing that, not on an acoustic anyway. And see how you go. But patience, you know, don't be in a rush with it. Just take your time. At the end of the day, all you're trying to do is get the action down. So if it is just a relief issue, it shouldn't be too much grief. You're not looking at fret dressing and all that kind of thing. You just want to get the strings a little lower, and you've got no pickup to worry about, I don't think. What's the Fender Kingman V2? I've not seen one of those recently, so let's refresh the old brain. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, so we're looking at a plastic bridge, aren't we? There's a few YouTube videos, so I'm guessing maybe other people have had similar issues. Has that bass got phosphor bronze strings on, Sean? Or have you got flats or steels, or what have you got on there? Let's have a look. No, I don't want to sign up to the VIP club at Absolute Music, thanks. Ah, here we go. This is what I want. Headstock image. Well, to me, it looks like there is a truss rod at the end of the nut. Is that the case, Sean? Or is it on the base of the neck? Where's the truss rod located, Sean? Headstock end or body end? And is it a hex nut on the truss rod, so it needs Allen keys, or is it a flat blade screwdriver? Doing all that, you might want to give the fingerboard a bit of a clean as well. Actually, let's have a look, see what the timbre is. I'll see if I can advise you on some cleaning stuff. Right, let's have a look. Got here. Graph Tech nut, so that's good. It should be cut properly, but you never know. There's not a huge amount of information there. How about Google? How about showing me the Fender site? That'd probably be good, wouldn't it? There we are. All right. No, I don't want 5% off my first order, thanks. The day I buy a bass directly from Fender's website, it'll be time to give me the pills. Right. Right, well, where's the spec then? There we go. Okay. Fingerboard is walnut. Okay. Is it porous? Does it have little pits in it? If it has, maybe Dr. Duck's Axe Wax or one of the Dunlop cleaners, or you can use some boiled linseed oil, if that's your thing. I would suggest probably not lemon oil. It's up to you, whatever you've got, mate. But the Dr. Duck's Axe Wax will do the job. Truss rod is inside the sound hole and it's a hex. Okay. Right. In that case, definitely quarter turns, and make sure you've got the tool to get to it. It could be that it needs a longer excuse me. Excuse me. Always 2. My record is 9 on the bounce. It might be that you need a handled Allen wrench that is an L shape with a long shaft. But check before you start going for it, because you don't want to start chewing up the wood around the sound hole. That would be my advice to you, young man. And make sure you've got the right size wrench to go in the nut, because if you haven't, you might strip it and it'll be a nightmare. So that's my advice. Anything else you wanted to know, young man? You said advice on bits and bobs. Anything I can help with, mate. Anyone else got any questions? Anything to do with basses, amps, combos, bass setups, pedals, strings, gig bags, pedal boards? If your gear's not working properly, let me know. If I can help, more than happy to do so. If I don't know the answer, I'll open it up to the fine people that we have here on the Brooks's Bass Corner live chats. Someone will know the answer. We solve most questions here. I'm hanging on tenterhooks in case Sean posts again. Kev Mack, good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're well. Hope your bass playing's going well. Yes, sir. The regulars will be appearing probably around the top of the hour. They've got to get themselves warmed up, you see, before they come on here. Sean, Sire US U5, sorry, short scale. I just bought one. Any thoughts? I don't have a lot of experience with Sires. I never had any for review when I was at the mag. Unless you go to Andertons, it's very rare that you actually see them in shops here in the UK, I think. I don't know because I'm not going out to the shops a lot. I think occasionally one might appear at the Bass Gallery and Bass Brothers and Bass Direct, but not very often. And because Andertons are the main UK distributor, all the models are pretty much there. I guess for the price, I'm sure it'll do the job very nicely. I can only reiterate what I always hear from people who buy Sires, which is very good for the money, quite capable instruments. But if you're going to gig them hard, you may end up having to change some of the hardware, tuning pegs, bridge, controls, and you might end up changing the pickups. But that's no different to any bass, really. But if it does what you need it to do, what you bought it for, then go with it, would be my suggestion. And let me know how you get on. But I've never owned a Sire. I don't even know if I can say I've played one. Tell a lie. My friend Gary had one, Jazz. And that would have been early 2019, maybe. That would be my only playing experience of any Sire bass. What model did you get? Well, U5 obviously. Colour, scratch plate, fingerboard. What did you get, Sean? George Iliadis, good to see you all the way from Australia. Hi guys, Sire U5, nice looking bass. In fact, what exactly? I can just Google it and have a look, can't I? Right, okay. I get an idea what the shape is. Now you need to tell me what finish you bought. Bear with me a moment, guys and girls. The old sinuses are giving me a bit of grief, as you can tell. I know this isn't what you tuned in for. I'm soldering on. Right, let's see what Sean's replied to. So what colour, what finish did you go for, Sean? I mean, nice looking basses, I have to say. I'm seeing kind of some cherry sunburst over flame maple and some seafoam green. There's a couple of sort of standard maple without any colouring. No burst. Prices look very competitive, which is good. You tell me, how's it been so far? Is it what you expected? Any shortcomings? Anything it does better than you thought it would do? There was someone else in the US that was asking about that bass. I think, was it Jim Hawkins? Jim, if you're out there, you got the natural one, Sean. Very good, very good. I think it might have been Jim. Was it Scott? Might have been Scott. I can't remember. But one of the American subscribers to the channel who appear here on the live chats were asking about exactly the same bass. So cool. Is there anything about it you don't like, Sean? Anything that sort of lets it down? Kev Max, Sire make good basses from the reviews I've seen. I think because of the price, they generally have good reviews. I think it's only once you're out using them a lot on gigs that any of the shortcomings sort of become clearly evident. And I know the early comments were that the hardware just wasn't that great. Some of the tuning pegs were snapping, but I think maybe they've addressed that. I mean, you've got to remember we're nearly 10 years in with Sire basses now. I remember interviewing Marcus Miller in 2014, and he was announcing that these were just about to appear, and he was very impressed with what they'd come up with, which is why he felt confident enough to put his name to it. Any more comments about the Sire basses? Fire away. Let me know. See, what I need to do is get that laptop so it's right in front of where the camera is. So you haven't got to keep looking at the side of my face. There's nothing to stop me putting it there, is there? Just bear me a moment, people. Just through course of habit, I've always put it to one side, but I guess I can put it there. Does that work? Is that better for you guys? I guess yes, because all I'm doing is looking down. Martin Fay, good to see you. How was that bass playing after you set it up on Saturday? Martin just bought a Lakeland Skyline Geezer Butler bass, and he appeared on Saturday's impromptu live chat, and he was setting it up, giving it a good clean. How'd it go? It plays beautifully, but found an oddity. Spill. Don't keep it to yourself. Kev Mac, I've upgraded a couple of Harley Bentons with regard to hardware and pickups, and I'm pretty happy with the results. Cool. Someone was watching one of the videos today. Can't remember which video they were watching. And they commented that Harley Benton are now doing a Stingray that's as good as the subs. Oh, I know. It's because I posted on the community tab about the OLP that I reviewed back in 2005. And they were saying this Harley Benton Stingray variant was just as good, if not better. So clearly Harley Benton are doing pretty good stuff. I mean, we've discussed the Marquis, of course, here, which I think is still the best bass for the price out there. Although it's getting harder to buy these now because the 5-string isn't available, and I guess the 4 will stop being produced at some point. But we did have a couple of basses through from them, just as Bass Player was no longer going to be published and it was going to be the online entity. And those basses weren't great. One of them was good, but 2 weren't. They had some real finish issues. Looked good. You got them in your hands, like the neck was all rough and sharp frets and wasn't great. But the one that was good was really good. So clearly with Harley Benton, it's It's a bit luck of the draw unless you can find them in a store, but I don't know if you can find them in stores. Someone enlighten me if you've seen Harley Bentons in shops, and let me know. I thought you had to buy them from Thomann direct. So Sean, I also have a few other bases that would work as gigging bases. Okay, is there anything else you wanted advice on regarding bits and bobs, Sean? Martin, the pickups are wired backwards. Oh, front pot is volume for the J, and middle pot is volume for the P. Yeah, someone in the factory was having a bad day. That's not good. And you know the comments I've made about the Skyline I've got, where the pickup routing was bad, and the volume output of each pickup is so out of whack. I mean, I've kind of dealt with it now by getting their heights the way, well, as best I can to try and equalize the jump in volume between the neck pickup and the bridge pickup. But still, you know, brand new, those bases are over $1,000. They shouldn't be having these issues. So up to you, my friend. I guess either you can rewire it or you can send it back and ask them to send you another one. But I guess if you've already started doing the setup and strings and what have you that you were doing on Saturday, you're not going to want to send it all back now, are you? So either you're going to have to rewire it yourself or get someone else to do it. Shouldn't have to be doing this on a brand new bass, for God's sake. That's just bad quality control. Send them an email. Send wherever you bought it from an email, and I bet you'll get a partial refund. That's bad. And they can't even say that's the way it's meant to be, because it's not. That's just, like you say, someone in the factory having a bad day, not concentrating on what they were doing. Shabby. That's what I'd call that. Shabby. It's an easy fix. Just pop the pots out, switch their positions. But yeah, shabby. Yeah. It's just laziness. It's lack of attention to detail. And even with it being a signature model, it's just bad. But I would get in touch with the retailer. I bet you'll get a partial refund. Or if not, they'll probably say, well, tell us what your favourite strings are and we'll send you a couple of sets. That's probably going to be what's going to happen. Sean P. Base, Mike, thanks for the info so far. Need to go back to work. No problem, my friend. Let me know how you get on with the Kingman. Either send me a message on social media or come on to the live chat next week. Let me know how you get on. Lewis, Wingrove, hope you're well. Good to see you. Thank you for joining in. Martin Fay, on the plus side, the routing and frets were spot on. Okay. Seems like with Lakeland Skyline, there's going to be something. But all the other parts will be okay. So there's always some misnomer. Clearly, they're pumping a lot of instruments out and not knuckling down on the finer points, which is a shame, because really they should be great. Like I say, for a bass that's over £1,000, it should be spot on when you get it. Well, that's what I would be expecting. Good job I'm not doing reviews for the magazine, or I would be telling them so. Not good enough. Up your game. No excuse, really. And it's weird, actually, because I've been posting up on social media with the old reviews and stuff. So much of what we had, actually, someone was asking last week, weren't they? Actually, it wasn't on the live chat, it was on Facebook, sorry. Going between all the platforms, your head's spinning. Someone, I think Tim Fletcher, evening Tim if you're watching, asked me after I posted up some reviews. He said, did you ever give anything less than 3 stars? I said, yeah. Yeah, I said you can go back through any of the reviews and you'll see basses, amps and pedals, all that didn't, some of them didn't get 3 or above. I said, but generally most stuff was of a certain quality. Most stuff was pretty good and quite a lot of stuff was seriously good. But there were occasions where certain instruments didn't justify getting 3 or above. They were 1s and 2s. So I've never had a problem, you know, digging people out and companies out and saying this isn't good enough, you know. And here on Brooks's Bass Corner, any review or demo where I'm talking about gear, I have no problem saying something isn't good or it's bad or, you know, company needs to pull their socks up. I'm not at anyone's beck and call. I'm completely, what's the word? Unbiased. I don't have to jump to anyone else's tune, so, which is good. So if something is bad, you'll hear me say it. So, Mark Aspinall, how was the Queen gig? Very good. I addressed that at the start of the live chat. We did okay. We did okay. The guy that stood in was very good. He had very little time. He had done Queen gigs before, but he'd only done like 45-minute shows. So there's only so many of the hits are going to feature in that. So the fact we were doing 2 45s meant he had to kind of sit there with earbuds on for a couple of hours once we finished sound check and just go through songs, getting them in his head. But he did pretty well, I have to say. He did pretty well, and the audience had a great time. We had a good gig, so yeah, very good. Lewis Wingrove, I'm chilling out at the Holiday Inn, waiting for my new lease approval. Could that new lease approval appear while we're here on the live chat, or is that a couple of days off? Martin Fay, I have Brian Gingrich's direct email, Lakeland's head of sales, so we'll drop him a line to let him know. Yes, do that. Sometimes that's how these people only ever hear about problems, is that when a customer lets them know directly. And again, if you just went back to the retailer, they're not going to hear about this problem. So yeah, let him know. That's what they pay for. Lewis, I sent my bass guitar rig and pedal board to my buddy Eric's house for safekeeping. He's going ape shit on my collection. I'll bet. There's a few pedals there. There's Stacey saying hello to Martin. Martin saying hello back to Stacey. And Lewis, yes, the pedal king. Exactly. So any new purchases, anyone? What have you been buying? Christmas is coming, I'm very aware. Should all be putting stuff on your Christmas list very shortly. I'll be doing, actually this was an idea for last year, it didn't happen because I was far too busy with gigs. Going to be doing a range of shorts. So many of you will know there's a Christmas gift video already here on the channel that I did back in 2020. It was kind of reasonably successful. It never sort of took off, which was a shame. But I'm going to do an updated range of shorts. So rather than do a long 12-15 minute video going through a load of items, I'm going to do one short, one product each day through probably from about end of October through till November, end of November. And so literally be one product on each video, and my pick of the bunch, if you like. So if you need some ideas for Christmas presents for yourself, and you want people, oh, I need that and I need that, and that will give you something to buy me for Christmas. Or if you're looking for presents for the bass player in your life, maybe you live with another bass player. Yeah, keep your eyes posted. They will be appearing shortly. I've been planning, well, actually, I've got all this planning stuff from last year. I just need to go through and actually film it. most of the products I think I've already got here. But yeah, should be a good bunch of short videos there. Apologies for drinking throughout the video. I'm fighting off a bit of a cold, which kind of decided it was going to take hold at the back end of yesterday. And today I've been dealing with it. It's been sneeze city, but it's obviously, colds don't last very long with me. They take a day or two and then they're gone. So, but I couldn't let my live chatters down, of course. So got the drinks, I've had my meds, I've eaten well. I will sleep soundly tonight, I know that much. And then we'll be back fighting fit next week. But you can probably hear it in my voice. I'm a bit not 100%, but we're okay. Martin Faye, that sounds like a great idea, Mike. I'll ask my wife to watch for ideas as long as you promise to not mention the RRP of Warwicks and Dingles. Not sure, but see, the hard thing is when you do videos on products like that, consumables, the price tends to be quite different at different retailers. So there's no point me saying it's this price and then someone sees it at another retailer for like £5 less and what have you. So normally it's just a case of saying, here's the product, this is what it does, this is how it could benefit you, and then giving them the affiliate links in the description box and saying happy shopping. So unless I do up to the minute videos to say here's a special offer on this, here's a special offer on that, which can be a little tricky during this period in the year because it just starts getting really hectic towards Christmas. It's not so easy to do on the fly video filming and editing, but we'll see. I'll plan it all out over the next couple of days and probably start filming some of that next week actually, so it's ready to go. Last year I had the idea and then just life took over, so many gigs flying all around the place that I just couldn't get the stuff filmed before I knew it was middle of December, and I completely missed the opportunity. So we'll do it this year. Like I say, there's already the video from 2020 is here on the channel. So this will be rather than one long sort of long form video, I'll do them as a bunch of separate shorts. That's a little bit more easily digestible. So I've given the SWR Redhead a bit of a playthrough last week after the live chat, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So when I was practicing from a Friday and Saturday gigs, I was using that, and God, it sounds good. I always knew it was a good amp. Always knew SWR gear was good, but my God, it's got some tone on it. And the lovely thing is, because this is the Super Redhead, I don't know what you can see, it's right behind my seat. Ah, here we are. The bass and the treble have boost switches. So the treble, when you pull it out, gives you transparency. And the bass is called turbo. So it gives you like a kind of sub bass element to your tone. It's great. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Always admired them from afar. So yeah, really good amp. Good amp, good combo. Just coming up 9 o'clock. Welcome everyone. Live chat number 58 here on Brooks's Bass Corner. Hope you're well. Hope you're more well than I am. Fighting off a cold, but we're okay. So you're very welcome. Good to see you. Hope your bass playing's going well. If you've got gigs coming up, let us know where you're playing, who you're playing with. If you bought any new gear, let us know. So this is the video window. Directly below is, if you're on the mobile app, is the live chat window. If you're on desktop version, it's that way. Put your insertion point, cursor, arrow, whatever you want to call it, into the live chat window. Type your questions or comments. Press send. It appears here on my live chat window. Then I can respond to it. At the bottom of the live chat window is an emoji icon. Feel free to give that an absolute hammering. That indicates to the YouTube algorithm that you like the chat, you're getting involved, the conversation's going good, helps the channel, helps the video. Next to that, you'll see a dollar symbol. That's called Super Chat. That allows you to make a financial contribution to the channel, should you wish to do so. You don't have to, but if you feel like you'd like to help the channel in some way, feel free to hit the Super Chat button, icon, whatever you want to call it. Underneath the video window, you've got a row of icons. You've got the thumbs up and the thumbs down. Please give the video a thumbs up if you'd be so kind. It helps, again, helps the video, helps the channel with the algorithm. If you're going to give it a thumb down, please leave a comment in the comments section so that, well, tell me why you don't like it. I can't make the videos better if I don't know what the problem is. Next to that, you see the share arrow. So you can share this video and any video here on the channel out to email, website, social media platforms. Next to that, you'll see the shop icon. If you hit that, it will bring up a list of Brooks's Base Corner merchandise on the right hand side of the screen. Then you've got the save button. So that will allow you to save the video for watching at a future date. And next to that, you'll see a love heart with a dollar symbol in. That's called Super Thanks, which works exactly the same as Super Chat. Again, just allows you to make a financial contribution to the channel if you'd like to do so. You don't have to. The videos are free. But if you want to help the channel, help me keep the channel going for as long as possible, feel free to use either Super Chat or Super Thanks. All the videos here on Brooks's Base Corner are monetized. So if you see any content here on the channel and you think, I really like that video, or that advice has really helped me out, feel free to use Super Thanks. And if you wish to make a donation, that's very much appreciated. Underneath those icons, you've got the description box. In there, you'll find links for Brooks's Base Corner merchandise. So we're talking t-shirts, we're talking hoodies, we're talking caps, mugs, beer glasses, water bottles. 170 odd products across every design. So I think at the moment we've got about 13, 14 designs in the store. All of those are applied to various garments, accessories, what have you. By all means, check it out. There's a UK and Europe store. There's a US and worldwide store. And from Thursday this week, at 1 minute past midnight, up until 1 minute to midnight on Sunday, all merch, wherever you are in the world, every product will have 15% off discount. Now, underneath the merchandise are affiliate sales links. So we're talking gear, base gear from Thomann, Amazon, Gear for Music, and ANDERTONS. Affiliate links work in this way. So rather than donate to the channel, and you're just giving the channel money, if you've got any bass related purchases coming up, like a new bass, new amp, new combo, speaker, pedals, gig bags, strings, cleaning materials, things like this, if you're after one of those, if you go to the affiliate links in the description box, click on those links, it will take you through to the Brooks's Base Corner stores on Thomann and Amazon. There aren't storefronts on Gear for Music and ANDERTONS, but the links will take you through and they're affiliated to my site, my channel. So for example, say you're after a set of strings, click on whichever retailer you wish to purchase from, find the item you want, add it to your basket, go through with the sale, and then the channel receives a very small affiliate commission. That's how it works. Now, underneath the affiliate links, you'll find social media links for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, BeReal, Reddit, Quora, Discord, TikTok, and Threads. And if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button below, hit the notification bell so you get notifications when I post up new videos and post on the community tab. And again, please give the video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Let's see. Kev Mac, I've used SWR heads and cabs since the mid-90s. Never let me down. I can see why. Well done, Kev. Mark Aspinall, I did find audio MIDI converter from Sonos for £70. Excellent. Looks a pretty stable device from YouTube reviews. Remind me, what were you trying to do with that, Mark? I did find an audio MIDI converter. We were talking about that, weren't we, last week? I can't remember why you wanted it. Remind me. Trigger synth by bass, thank you. Okay. Well, let me know how you get on with that. So if someone else asks me the same question again in 6 months' time, I can say we had Mark Aspinall on here and he bought one of these and it works a treat. Or it doesn't work a treat. When is it due to arrive, Mark? Let me know. For all of this, those of us who like gear, NAMM isn't far away. 3 months away. First proper one since COVID. There's going to be loads of gear coming out after Christmas. Watch this space. Mark, I don't spend that quick. I'm northern and very tight with cash. I didn't say a word, Mark. I've never said northerners are tight with cash. Everything's cheaper up there. So as I said earlier, the tomorrow will be the next instalment of the bass string experiment, gigs 15 to 19, going live. So I'll just tighten up some of the editing tomorrow morning, get all the social media primed, and that video will be uploaded and going public, probably sort of late afternoon, which is the usual time that the analytics tell me I should upload. So keep your eyes peeled. That goes back a year. Or those gigs in that video go back a year. Crazy. And here we are at the end of this week. That bass will be doing gig number 70 with those strings on. Don't know how it's done it. I honestly don't. I don't clean the strings. I don't wipe it down. I do nothing. I literally do the gig. Bass goes back in the bag. It comes out the next gig. Does another gig. Goes back in the bag. Yeah, those strings are close to gig 70. Well, it'll be gig 70 on Friday. They don't feel great anymore. I can tell you that. It's there's a certain... It's not that they're slippery, but I find now when I'm playing with them, I'm having to concentrate on how I play the strings and how I fret the notes. It's not quite autopilot at the moment, but it's no bad thing. It's no bad thing. Lord knows what it's going to be like playing a brand new set of strings on that bass when they get changed. And actually, that bass and the Precision that I use for Queen shows, both of them are due a restring imminently. So I'm going to use the time to restring those basses and set them up on the workbench in the garage on a live chat, because obviously I've already got videos here on the channel with me doing restrings of both those basses. So I'll do them on the live chat, and you guys can ask me questions while I'm doing it. You know, why do you do this? Why do you do that? What does that do? You know, you might pick up on things I'm doing or that you think are wrong. Tell me how you would do it. Could be good live chats. Could be very good. So I'll have the laptop there and the camera there, and you can watch what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Kev Mac, I don't like gigging with old strings. The sound or feeling. No, me neither. I didn't actually think the strings would get this far. If I'm honest, I thought we'd get to about gig 40 and that would be the end of that. And I could stop using them, but I think it kind of ruins the point of the series. So unless they snap or they really get to a point that I just can't use them live anymore, we'll keep going. But they are getting to the point where I think the tuning's going to go sooner or later. When I say the tuning's going, I mean the stability. So literally you tune the string up, you play it a bit and it starts dropping out of tune again. But it hasn't done that yet after 69 shows. So we will see. And I've always got a backup bass there. So if the string goes or there's a snap or whatever, I've already got another bass ready to go. Second lozenge. Can't even speak today. Lozenge. Second lozenge of the night. Keep the old larynx lubricated. No, Kev, I don't like gigging with old strings either. It used to be the maximum I'd go to is about 35 gigs with a set of strings, and then I'd just change them if they hadn't already been changed. But with the GBs and the Empathy, I know I could generally get between sort of 30 to 35 gigs out of a set. So that would normally be, well, back in the old days, that would have been, I'd easily do 30 gigs in 2 months. So I was going through a fair amount of strings. But clearly on that base, in the last 15 months, I haven't. It's been the same set. Kev Mac, James Jameson never changed his strings. I heard he actually tied a broken one once in the studio, but he was James Jameson, exactly. Times were different back then. Yeah, he liked his old strings. I'm expecting that when I say, if these strings don't snap and they just go, you know, they get to a point I just can't use them, I totally expect someone to message me, say, can I have those strings? I'm going to put them on my Fender. It probably will happen. They're very slippery now, which is a weird thing to say about rotor sound round wounds, but they are. They're really kind of slippery, very smooth feeling. But a lot of that will be skin off my fingers wrapped around the turns of the windings. So Stacey, old fab news on the Super Redhead. Yeah. I've got one of my, so I have all my magazines here that I wrote reviews and interviews and stuff for. Going through, so I've had everything scanned. I did it all like 10 years ago. Some of the scans weren't that great, So now that I've got a more up-to-date scanner built into my printer, we're going back through as I'm posting stuff up on Facebook and what have you. It's amazing when you look at the layout stuff that we, you know, and you see the progress over time. I mean, the first couple of years it really was, you know, fly by the seat of your pants, but as time went by, you know, layouts in the magazine were great. And actually this is a period I really liked, which was sort of 2008. Yeah, early 2008 into sort of 2009. Then we had another change, and it kind of wasn't to my liking, if I'm honest. And then when Joel became editor, we had another change. So that was 2012. It's weird, you know. I look at whole issues and I think, I don't know if I've ever actually read half of this. And at one point we were so busy with reviews and stuff, or I was, that you'd literally finish a load of reviews, the mag was printed, you're already on to the next bunch. And there wasn't time to sniff, you know. It flew by so quick. And some of the reviews I've looked at and gone, did I actually write that? I can't remember the product at all. But they're all there. My life's work. There's a lot of them. Yeah, we covered a lot of mileage, put it that way. Mark Aspinall, boiling strings, any opinion? I used to do it. Yeah, I used to do it. But what I found was, it doesn't matter what brand or what they are. You boil them, after 3-4 gigs, they're gone again. So it's kind of, it's fine if you've got a gig like immediately and you need that brightness back, but they're only going to get you through that gig and maybe one more at a push. So you're still going to have to buy some. Now there is the whole train of thought that dead strings aren't necessarily, you have to boil them. Apparently you can get some more life out of them by doing what I'm going to show you. So for those who know of Marlowe DK, there's a video on his YouTube channel where he basically explains this. So he's got a Stingray. He plays it with his dead strings. He then shows you literally just snapping the strings, like as if you were plucking, right? Fast and with some force, okay? And do that on each string for, I think it's for like a couple of minutes. And he then plays the string again compared to how it was before. And the strings brighten up. Because what's happening is, as the strings hitting the frets, all the dead skin, oil that's basically built up in the string windings comes out. It's all dried up. So you can get some brightness back from your strings, but obviously it's going to be a load of dead skin and matter either on the fingerboard or on the floor. But if you're not worried about that, and it kind of works. I've never actually did it properly. I did it on one string on a bass once, and the string brightened up. But I just thought, you know what, I'd rather just put a new set of strings on, because at least I know they're fresh strings. But if you can't afford a new set, or you only need them to be a little brighter for like 1 or 2 gigs, if it just gets you through, go for it. It's no biggie. But there is a video, so if you, I can try and find it for you if you want. Bear with me a moment. I'll put a link at the top of the live chat. Here we go. Put it at the top of the live chat. Well, it won't, it'll be here. There you go. If you want to watch it, have a look at that. No, I don't think it's a particularly long video. Five and a half minutes. There you go. It'll give you an idea. It'll make sense of what I've just said. Yeah. Apologies, I'm sucking a throat lozenge. Got a bit of a cold. Keeping the old Hobsons lubricated, if you know what I mean. So have you got any queries, any questions about basses, amps, gear, gig bags, strings, effect pedals, cleaning items, bits and bobs? If I can help in any way, put your questions, comments in the live chat window. As soon as I see them pop up, I'll try my best to help you. So this is live chat number 58. We've actually got live chats booked in for every Tuesday between now and the 19th of December, right up till a week before Christmas. Then we'll have a bit of a break over Christmas and New Year, and then we'll be back in the first or second week of January. I say every Tuesday. There's going to be one Tuesday where we're not here, and we're going to be doing it on the Monday night before, which is at the end of October. So the Tuesday night live chat will be on the Monday. So Monday the 30th for that week's live chat. And again, thank you to all the new subscribers here on the channel. We've had quite a few join up since, for about past 2 or 3 weeks. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Welcome along. Good to see you. If you're watching that string video with Marlowe DK, let me know what you think. It clearly has an effect. The thing is, how much it's not so much damaging the strings, but you're wearing them out by keep snapping them against the fingerboard. But if all you want is clarity of tone and an improvement in that, then it probably makes sense. Put my old arms down on the chair. Get a bit more comfortable. I feel like Dave Allen. So we are, it's, what is it, 24 minutes past 9 here on Brooks's Bass Corner, live chat number 58. You're very welcome. Thank you for coming along. It's a bit more laid back tonight. I'm suffering with a bit of a cold, so we'll do our thing in a comfortable manner. Can't believe it's going to be 26 degrees here in London at the weekend. Crazy temperatures. Crazy. Can't remember it ever in my life being this warm at this time of year. Nuts. I would say it'd be nice if you had some gigs outside, but at this time of year, very few people are going to be doing gigs outdoors. It's going to be warm. Certainly here in London. Now, for those who missed it, I mentioned on last week's live chat, someone was asking me about the fretless series that I'm going to be doing. Basically, I'm going to be teaching myself how to play fretless bass from scratch. And I mentioned a book that I bought during lockdown, and I'd been sort of skim reading it just like the night before last week's live chat. So it's this book by Bass Player magazine, part of the series of books that they did back in the 2000s. So it's called The Fretless Bass. Really good book, written and edited pretty much most of the way through by Chris Jizzy, and then you've got people like Jim Roberts and Carl Coriat, who are like the legendary writers for Bass Player in its halcyon period. And I've put a link at the top of the live chat window. If you scroll to the very top, you'll see a link there, which is an affiliate link for Brooks's Bass Corner, to buy this from amazon.co.uk. Now, if you're American or based elsewhere in the world, if you are interested in buying this, I can give you a personalized affiliate link. But anyway, the UK affiliate link is there at the top of the live chat window. So if you want to check this out, I mean, it's a sizable tome. I think it's about 200 pages, maybe a little more. Talk rubbish. 114. Don't listen to me, I talk nonsense. And it's got a foreword by Pino Palladino. It was written in 2008. Well, it was published in 2008, but it's a really good book. And I've been sort of checking it out over the past week or so. I'm going to sit down with it at the weekend, go through it cover to cover, pull out anything that I think I can use in my my fretless series of videos, and we'll see how we go. But if you want that book or you're interested in checking it out, the link is at the top of the live chat window. What do I know about CMI basses? Never heard of them, Mark. Let me just do a Google check. CMI, where are they based? CMI jazz bass. They look old school to me. 70s. Is that true? Okay, 70s and 80s. No, I know nothing about them, Mark. I will admit complete innocence on those. I know nothing about them. Are you looking to buy one? Have you already got one? Are you looking for advice on them? Or I heard they were Chris Martin Ibanez before Ibanez was formed. Excuse me. That would sound about right. I apologise for the sneezing, guys. I've got a cold. I can stifle it only for so long, so I apologise. That's highly possible, I would guess. Sorry, I need to blow the nose. Bear with me, guys. It's very rare that I get a cold. Bear with me. Ooh. Oh, it's one of those days. Thank you for bearing with me. Yeah, I know nothing about them, really. If you know more, then please educate me. Let me know. Chris Martin Ibanez. So who's Chris Martin? And don't say the singer from Coldplay. That's It's not him, is it? Let's see if I can find a bit more on Google. Oh, guitar list. Here we go. There were two CMI brands. CMI Cleartone Musical Instruments was a UK distributor of Japanese-made guitars and was owned by Jim Marshall. CMI was also a brand used by Chicago Musical Instruments, an instrument distributor founded in 1920. In 1944, CMI took a controlling interest in Gibson. In 1969, ECL, a South American company, acquired a majority of CMI shares, and the two companies merged to form a new company called Norlin Corporation. CMI Electronics continued as an amplifier brand and guitar brand into the 1970s. Sounds like there were two different, unrelated companies with the same name. That's what it sounds like. The plot thickens. You got one and pulled all the frets out, Jacko mode back in the day, but it has fret markers like squares, not dots, and there's a weird sound. Yeah, it sounds to me like there were two companies with the basically using the same name, but they were totally unrelated. Make of that what you will, Mark. I'm sure you'll all join me in wishing our good friend Mr. Neil Fairclough a very happy and successful tour with Queen in America. I think he starts tomorrow, or is it tonight? Tomorrow in Baltimore, I think. No, on the 4th, I think. So I'll be checking in with him at some point next week, see how the shows are going. I will feed back to you fine people how he's doing. Mark Aspinall, my first bass, I wrecked it. Jazz bass with lipstick pickups. Used to sound great. Now not so much. Is that just that the pickups are becoming less powerful as they get older? Is that what's going on? Scan Bolton used to go college with his older sister. With Neil's older sister. Neil Fairclough, bass player, brother. Got it. Neil's a personal friend. We did a live chat back at the end of July, and Neil was here for 3 hours. You can see that live chat. It's there in the vault. So if you want to check out, just go to the live section or the videos section, or you can go to the playlist, look for the live chat playlist, and you'll see the edition with Neil. So I think it was 25th of July. The thumbnail has got his face on it. So I didn't expect him to do 3 hours, but he did. I thought we'd have him for about half an hour. But he likes a bass chat, does Mr. Fairclough. Yeah, he's a northern lad. Northwest. It's actually not that long a tour. I think they only go through till about the middle of November. So it's about 6 weeks. That'll fly by. I don't know him, but I have a mate who used to do computer audio at Scan Computers, Bolton, and sells his own brand guitars now. Cool. Yeah, Neil's become a little bit of a local celeb up that way. I mean, he's got a musical track record up that side of the country, but obviously since he's been involved with Queen, it's suddenly gone through the roof. Thank you, Steffi. Wishing Neil a fantastic tour. He's been busy chap for the past couple of months. He's been doing Billy Joel songbook gigs, and he's been working with Marty Wilde and a few other bits and bobs. So yeah, he'll have had a busy year this year. Mark, good on him. Yep. I can't think of anyone better and more deserving of that gig, because not only is he great and lovely anyway, but he's so focused on making sure he does it properly. You know, a huge Queen fan, a huge John Deacon fan. It's in his DNA to do the very best job he possibly can. Why would you want anyone else doing it, frankly? And he does it very well, you know. Everything he needs to be, he does. So it's all good. He'll be back on this channel before you know it. But actually, maybe I'll try and book him in for like a week or two after he gets back. See if he'll come and do half an hour with us. Let us know how it all went. His brother is an awesome bass player, but I forget his name. Steve, I think, is his brother. And a very good guitar player as well. His brother played guitar in their sort of thrown together band for Neil's 50th birthday. And his brother can play a bit. More than a bit, actually. So I have to say, the Brooks's Bass Corner hoodie is keeping me very nicely warm this evening. So if the old autumn and winter weather starts to kick in, I can highly recommend, well, I'm going to say that, aren't I? But I can highly recommend the clothing that's coming out of Spreadshirt. It's fabulous. And this is so comfy. I wear this on my, when I'm driving home from gigs. It's just the comfiest thing to wear. It is a small world, Mark. It is. The internet has made it very small indeed. Yes, sir. Let's see how we're doing. Very good. Where are we? It's coming up 20 to 10 here in London town. Live chat number 58 here on Brooks's Bass Corner. I had to think about that there. If you've got any questions about bass guitars, bass amps, bass speakers, combos, gig bags, strings, pedals, pedal boards, cleaning products, maybe you're trying to set your bass up, haven't got a clue how to do it, ask me. If I can help, more than willing to do so. That's what I'm here for. If I don't know the answer to a question, I'll throw it open to the floor. Let the fine people that frequent the Brooks's Bass Corner live chats, and one of them, if I can't answer it, one of them I'm sure will be able to. Steffi, plus he's such a kind, polite, we're talking about Neil Fairclough here. He's such a kind, polite and down-to-earth guy, a true gentleman. I enjoyed our chat so very much. Still watching the video with him almost every day. You just have to like him. Yeah. I don't know if you've checked it out, Steffi, but there are 3 videos which are audio, which were the original interview that I did with Neil back in 2015. There's 3 parts. I had to break it down into 3 parts because it was so long. When I first started the channel, I didn't think people would watch the whole thing. So if you go into the interviews section here on the channel, or go to the interviews playlist, you'll find the 3 Neil interviews in there. They're all from the same interview. It's just 3 parts of the same interview. And there's lots of good Queen stuff in there, because at that time he'd only been doing it a couple of years, and so it was all a bit brand new and sparkly for him. And he minds his P's and Q's, of course, but you know, he and I are both huge Queen fans, irrespective of the fact that he's actually the bass player for Queen now as a touring entity. So we're like a couple of fanboys on there, you know, discussing all our Queen trivia, likes and dislikes, all of that sort of thing. Steffi, of course, I've already watched them. Very good. Not only one time, but many times. Well, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed them. That was a good day. That was a very good day, actually, when we did that. Interviewed Neil and then bought an alembic. It's not bad. Days, and then watched Queen. So, you know, for me, as a Queen fan and a bass player, it's a fairly good day. I knew it at the time as well. I thought, this is just all going just a little too well today. It was great. Have you watched any of the other interviews, Steffi? Are there any on there that you like, or any that you don't like? Are there any that you would like to see with famous bass players? Let me know. There's going to be a whole new load going up. I haven't put any up for quite a long time, and I've got a load of vintage ones to go up, and I will be putting up probably early in November will be the Jack Bruce interview that I did in 2013, which was actually one of the last bass centric interviews he did before he died in 2014. And it was for the 100th cover of Bass Guitar magazine. I've never made the audio of that interview available, but I will be. I'm going to edit it up, and on the 10th anniversary of that interview taking place, it will be here on Brooks's Bass Corner. For all Mark King Level 42 fans, if you're going to see them on the tour, hope you have a great time. I think the tour kicks off at the weekend in Wolverhampton. I've actually got a copy of the set list, but I ain't divulging it. I promise not to let anyone know what is on that set list. But yeah. So if you're going, have a great time. I'm going to see them towards the end of the tour, because all the dates in the first half of the tour that are available to me location wise, I can't do because I'm gigging. So there's a bunch of dates sort of in the last third of the tour that I can make. So might see you there. How about that? Hopefully get to catch up with his lordship while I'm there. And I see we get to chew the fat. We haven't done an interview since July 2017. Haven't seen him face to face since June 2018, which was the Jack Bruce remembrance gig screening. But we stay in touch now and again on WhatsApp, so it's all good. It's all good. Lewis Wingrove, okay, I'm done with school meeting. Excellent. Steffi, no, I haven't yet, to be honest. Just checked on Queen, old and new members. Okay. Well, there's a load of really good, but I'm going to say that, aren't I? They're my interviews, but they are really good. So check them out. The Mark King ones are good. The Billy Sheehan ones are good. Marcus Miller one's good. The Chris Squire one's good. I guess it depends what your musical tastes are, but there's a whole load of bass players on there, so feel free. And well, if you rather watch videos than listen to audio, check out the Billy Sheehan one from 2021. There's actually 3 parts to that interview. So there's 2 parts that are based on Lean Into It, Mr. Big's big album. And then there's a 3rd video that I put up a couple of months later, which was the tail end. It was the general chat rather than the Lean Into It focus chat. But check it out. It's good. Lewis Wingrove, did I hear that Stacey has a YouTube channel? Yes, indeed, sir. If you click on her handle here in the live chat, it should take you through to her channel. She just put up the first 2 videos on her channel, YouTube shorts. And yeah, give her a subscribe. Help her out. Give the videos a thumbs up. They're short videos, you know, they're no more than 30 or 40 seconds each, so they won't take long to watch. But all the support, I'm sure she'll be very pleased to have. Kickstart her channel. Let's see how we're looking here. Let's see. Here we go. Stacey put in links. I could probably do it for her. She might be cutting hair, or she might be editing a video. Let me help you. Do. There we go. Give me a second. Here we go. Oh, actually put the pointer in there, Mike. There you go. I think you'll agree her shorts, the quality of her short videos bode well for the long form stuff that will appear over time. My pleasure. go. Mark Aspinall, what do you think of the fan fret basses? Have you played one? Yes, sir. I've got a Dingwall NG2 5-string over there. I love it. I absolutely love it. Lots of people in years gone by, you know, kick off a bit about fan frets. Oh, they're hard to play. No, they're not. They're not. They're really not. It's the way I approach it, and the way I advise anyone to approach playing a fan fret bass is when you play a normal bass, as in one that isn't fan fretted, when you're playing, you aren't looking at the fingerboard, are you? You look at the edge of the fingerboard for your dot markers or the edge of the frets. We'll play a fan fretted bass in exactly the same way, because if the frets are fanned, really all you're looking is where the edge of the fret is, along the side of the fingerboard. So anyone that says, oh, I can't play a fan fret bass, oh no, just approach it as though you're playing a regular standard non-fan fret bass, and it's fine, really. I love the tonal character. I love the way the strings speak because of the multi-scale length. Dingwalls are fabulous. The Ibanez's are very good as well. Lots of brands have now jumped on it. The Spectres, of course, as well. So if it's something you want to look at, then, you know, get yourself to a store and try them out. If there's a particular bass brand that you have an affinity with, or you like the tonal characteristics, then maybe head towards that brand and their fan fret bass. But I mean, I can highly recommend Dingwalls. They're just fabulous, even at the lower end. So the NG range, the Combustions, which are both ranges are made in China. They're outstanding for the money. They really are. And the low B strings on a Dingwall, oh my. If you've not heard one, not played one, I suggest you do. They're everything a low B string should be. So check one out if you can. My two little shorts, got to start somewhere. Right, yes you have. I've been telling you this for ages. Thank you, Lewis. True, it's a start, Mark Aspinall. Let's have a look if you can. Oh, yeah, okay. Yes, Lewis, agreed. I missed my pedals, then the bass guitar. I've got my priorities lined up. 2 seconds, Mark. I'll get the Dingwall off the wall. Bear with me. I will be with you in 2 seconds, guys. I've got a bit of a bass pile up on my floor. Too many stands and instruments. Right. Oh dear. So here's a thing I've always known about this with wall mounters. If they've got rubber, the rubber shrinks. I'm just looking at one of them here on my wall that's been up for 18 years, and some of the rubber has shrunk away from the end of the hanger. How weird, but there we are. Anyway, here you go. So that's my Dingwall NG2 5-string in Ferrari yellow. So if you got questions, Mark, fire away. That's the back, signed plate. Well, it's all part of the base. I haven't seen Nolly get good. That's just on the plate when you buy it. Magnetic battery cover for the circuit. In there. 4 bolt on. There we go. Plays like a beast. Sounds amazing. Ooh. It's not tuned up either, sorry. playing at a rather weird angle. Put a strap. Get it on a strap, and then we'll see where we are. So there is a demo of this on the channel if you want to check it out. I need to do another demo as well because there was only so many settings I could include in a 6-minute demo. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know. I don't know that you can still buy NG2s. You might be able to, but I don't know. And certainly when I bought this, that was 19, what am I talking about? 2017. Prices have changed since then. Let me get you a rough idea from Base Direct, who are the UK distributor. Give you a rough idea. Okay, I know for a fact you're not going to get this colour, because this was discontinued some time back. Okay, let's see what they've got in stock. Here we go. Okay, a combustion, 3 pickup, 5-string. Again, depends on the finish you want. There's one for 2,099. There's a combustion 5 with 2 pickups. That's 1,899. There's a 5-string with 2 pickups, natural finish maple, 1,750. Then there's the D-Rocks, which are more like a Thunderbird shape. Oh, there we go. What happened there? There's a Dingwall NG3, which is the extra pickup version of this, in Fiesta Red. There's my, oh, there we are. 2,199. There's an NG3 4-string in Ducati white, which is 2,099. There's an NG3 4-string in black. An NG2 5 in black. Okay, 1950. There's 6-string bases as well. There's a combustion 5 in whale pool burst. 3 pickups, 2,199. So kind of you're looking between 1,750 and 2,200, depending on the spec. There's actually, you can see on there, a 2 pickup 4-string maple combustion for 1,550. Might be second hand, but I don't know. Yeah, There's a whole load on there. Go and have a look at Bass Direct, Mark. Lewis, the good news is that my buddy Eric is getting the pedal addiction. He called me up this morning and asked which one is the Tube Screamer. I told him I didn't have one. They suck on bass guitar. Correct. Lewis Wingrove. So he went out and bought one for the pedal collection. It's getting so big, I'm just going to share them with my friends. Good man, Lewis. P.S. The Game Changer sustain pedal is the bee's knees. I'm loving the infant sustain. Good. I ran a Repo Man distortion pedal in series with the sustain pedal. It's awesome. Cool. If you're getting all the tones you want, that's what it's all about. Martin Fay, apologies, but I need to bail out. Wednesdays are an early start for me these days. No problem, Martin. Good to see you. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for coming to see us. I will catch you soon, mate. Probably next week. There might be an impromptu live chat this weekend. Who knows? We will see. Have a good week though, Mark. We'll see you soon. Here we are. It's 3 minutes past 10 here in London. See, where are we? Yeah, cool. Steffi, better get going too. Pretty late here. Good night, everyone. See you next week. Thanks, Steffi. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Have a great week. I'm just frimmicking, by the way, boys and girls. So if you got any questions, anything to do with basses, bass amps, bass speakers, combos, effect pedals, gig bags, strings, cleaning materials, anything to do with bass guitar, stick it in the live chat window. And as soon as I see it pop up, I'll respond to you. Woohoo! Flew down that neck there. Okie dokes, let's see where we are. It's 10:05. I see people are obviously dropping off and people gotta get out early for work and what have you. I'm not feeling 100%, so let's give it another 5-10 minutes maybe, and we'll wrap this up, I think, for this week. So if you've got anything relating to bass guitars, gear, auditions, gigs, anything you'd like to ask, stick it in the live chat window. As soon as I see it pop up on there, I will respond to it. Oh, 5-string mic, not a 4. Oh, this is the multi-scale thing, Mark. Just throws you out. I'm expecting F to be around there. It's there. Mark Aspinall, do you know Nigel Clutterbuck from Road Sound Strings? Yes, I do. We're friends on Facebook. Don't think we've ever actually met in person, though. We probably walked past each other at a London-based guitar show before we kind of knew each other. But yeah, he knows me, I know him, so yeah. Oh. Keith Doherty, good to see you, my friend. Have you ever tried the Warwick Gnome heads? Got one last year as a backup, as my Trace Elliott amps are old. No, Keith, I haven't. And the reason being, I was actually meant to review them and their production got delayed last year. Otherwise, I'd have had them in the spring last year. And they got delayed until sort of late summer, autumn time, by which time my work at the magazine was finished. We weren't doing, I wasn't writing for the magazines anymore. So no, I've never played through one. Yeah, I was meant to do the reviews for them. But because, as I say, because production deadlines got moved on, they didn't come to us in time, so we didn't get to do the reviews. I remember the email coming in. Do you want to do these reviews? Absolutely. But it wasn't to be, sadly. How is it, Keith? Is it a good amp? Not good? Lots of headroom? Not a lot of headroom. Reliable? Haven't used it a lot, to be honest, but it does sound quite good. Excellent. And small and lightweight, which is exactly what you want. You plug it through the Trace speakers. Very good. Are they old school Trace speakers? We're talking heavy. Or are you talking the new Elf speakers? You say yeah. Which of those? The old ones or the new ones? BLX 8150 or the SMX 1210H. Very good. Old school. I say old school. That's 30 years old, but old school is like nearly 40-year-old ones. Lewis, did you see Ampeg just put out a new amp under the Yamaha umbrella? Yeah, Yamaha have owned Ampeg since 2017. So it's not a new thing, but it's like the first new product since, I think back in 2017, 2018, 2019, they redid all like the heritage range of the SVTs and all that stuff. This is like the latest new products. So cheers, Kev, Matt. Good night. Thank you for attending, getting involved. Very much appreciated. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap this up. We're coming up to 10:15, so I'm not feeling 100%, but thank you very much for allowing me to soldier on. I apologise for all the sneezing and nose blowing. But anyway, thank you for attending. Hopefully see you next Tuesday. Hopefully I'll still be with you. We'll see you next Tuesday for live chat number 59 here on Brooks's Bass Corner. And I will give you the update on the Status Empathy with the Rotor Sound bass strings. Tomorrow will be the next instalment of that series, which will show gigs 15 to 19, which were actually a year ago. Crazy. But that video will be going up. So if you aren't already a subscriber here on the channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you'll get a small message from YouTube letting you know that video has gone live. So on that note, thank you very much to everyone for tonight's live chat. All of those who got involved, good to see you. Take care of yourselves. Have a great week. Enjoy your bass playing. And I'll see you next Tuesday, 8 o'clock. This cold will be long gone by then. Take it easy. See you soon. Bye-bye.